Alright, today's question's name is permutation in string, and it is a medium level difficulty problem. So let us see what the problem states. Given two strings S1 and S2, write a function to return true if S2 contains the permutation of S1. In other words, one of the first string's permutation is the substring of the second string. So pretty easy to understand. Let us look at the examples. So the two input given strings are AB and this string S2. So the output should be true. You can see that this S1, it's one of its permutation is there in the S2. You can see that BA is there in S2. So one of the permutations of string 1 is a substring of string 2. So if it is a substring, so you can see that BA is a substring and BA is a permutation of AB, so we have returned true. Let us see example 2. AB, S1 string is AB, but the output is false. You can see that there is no permutation of AB in this string. So how to do it? Let us see. So you can see that I have taken two arrays corresponding to the two given strings, and these will be of length 26 because they consist only of lowercase alphabets. So what I will do, I will iterate through both of the strings character by character. Okay, so the first string that will be given to us, what I will do, we'll go character by character. Okay, so firstly I encounter A, so I will increment the place where A should be, okay, corresponding to A. Now I have encountered B, the next element is B, so I will increment the value of B. So we have done traversing the first string. Okay, so we have traversed the first array and now it's time for the second array. We will do exactly the same steps as we did in the first array, and after each step we will check whether the two arrays are equal or not. Okay, so the first element is E, so I will increment the value of E, and E is 1 now. We will check whether the two arrays are equal or not, and if at any point of time if the both array becomes equal, then we have to return true, else after coming out of the loop I will return false. So I will check whether these two are equal. No. So now the next element is I, so I will increment the value at I. Okay, so now I will check whether both of the arrays are equal or not. No, they are still not equal. So the next element is D. So now here comes the tricky part of this problem. Now you know that our loop variable is greater than or equals to the length of the first string. Its length is 2, and now our loop variable has a value of 2. So what we will do, we will do exactly the same that we were doing. Firstly we will increment the value of D, and now we will decrement the value that is being pointed by I minus n. So I is 2 here, n is 2, so 2 minus 2 is 0. So I will decrement the value that is at the index 0. So I will decrement the value at E, and now I will check whether these two arrays are equal or not. No, they are still not equal. So the next element is B, so I will increment the value of B. Okay, and I will decrement the value at I minus n. So I is 3 and 3 minus 2 is 1. So the first the element that is at index 1 is I, so I will decrement the value at I. Now I will check whether these two arrays are equal. No, they are still not equal. The next element is A, increment the value of A and decrement the value at I minus n. So I minus n will be D, so decrementing the value of D, and now we will check whether these two arrays are equal. Yes, they are equal. So as soon as both of the arrays becomes equal, we will return true. So I will simply return true, and that is how we are going to deal with this problem. Let us start coding now. First of all, I will be taking the length of both the strings. Okay, so in this I have taken the lengths. After that I will define both of the arrays, and their length will be 26 only, since we are given that only lowercase alphabets are there. And similarly the second array, 26. After that we'll iterate through the first array and increment the value that is being pointed by the pointed by each character. So for int I equals 0, I must be less than n. We have to iterate the first array, and what we need to do is increment the value pointed by each character. So s1 dot character at I, and this we were incrementing, and after the first array we have to go for the second, and we have to do the same operations there also. So this time we are having operations on second array. So s2 dot character at I minus this a, and there was this one condition that if the loop variable is greater than or equals to the length of the first string, then we were decrementing. So this we have to do here also. s2 dot character at, we were decrementing the value at ith minus n. So I minus n and minus a, we were decrementing, and after each iteration we were checking whether the two arrays are equal or not. So dot equals, if both the arrays are equal, then we will return true, else after coming out of this loop we are gonna simply return false. So yeah, this was pretty much it. Let's just simply run this. Okay, basic test case is accepted. Okay, so accepted and faster than most of the solutions. Okay, so that was it, and I will see you in the next video.